Hi, boys and girls. It is Free Reading Friday, and we are continuing our novel study of Big Nate Goes for Broke. All right, chapter 3. When we reach Chad, he's lying on his back in the middle of the sidewalk. Okay, I want to pause here. I forgot to tell you guys. I found out that the book that I got, I can read on Comixology. So I purchased it on Comixology, and they have this great feature, and it's like guided view, and it zooms in on things, so I don't have to be like, oh, what does that say? Because I'm on a computer, so I can't like zoom in that way like you would on your phone or Kindle or tablet. So I'm going to use it that way. So we're going to start again. Chapter 3. When we reach Chad, he's lying on his back in the middle of the sidewalk like a flipped-over turtle. He slipped on the ice. I think he's dead. Take it easy, Dee Dee. You're not a doctor, and playing Nurse Ouchie in her second-grade production of Bunny Gets a Boo-Boo doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. Ow, 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 ow. Where does it hurt, Chad? Francis asks. My butt, Chad groans. With a flourish, Dee Dee pulls out her cell phone. I'll call an ambulance. This is an emergency. An emergency, Teddy repeats. It's a sore butt. I wouldn't be so sure, Francis says as we help Chad to his feet. I have a different diagnosis. You probably bruised your tailbone, or even cracked it. No! How tragic, Dee Dee wails, as if, how tragic, Dee Dee wails, as if we just told her Chad has 2 weeks to live. See, why Teddy called her a drama queen? She can take any situation and turn it into a major theatrical production, starring herself. Social studies. Instead of reading my report about Calvin Coolidge, I'm going to perform his life story as an interpretive dance. Tap shoes. The teacher's like, okay. I love this, though. I would love if a kid was like this in my class. I don't know why the teachers feel that way. Lunch. I'm bleeding. I feel faint. Getting weaker. That's ketchup. You stuck your elbow in Paige's french fries. Science. Everybody else's bean grew, but mine died. Why me? Why? It's kind of funny. Maybe I do understand how the teacher felt. We ignore her. Can you walk? I asked Chad. He takes a couple steps, then winces. That means you make like a face like, grimace. I think I can, or I can, he says miserably, but it doesn't feel very good. So Dee Dee calls Chad's mom, and we wait with him until he shows up. Come on, honey, we'll go see Dr. Krensky. Alas, Dee Dee says as they drive off, poor Chad. Poor Chad is right. The next day at school, he's sitting on a donut. Not that kind of donut, honey glazed, splurge. A medical donut. I mean, it's a giant inflatable ring, almost like a life preserver. When he walks from class to class, he looks like he's carrying a toilet seat. So that is like kind of like a cushion, but it's shaped in the same way that you would have like those floaty life preserver toys or lifesavers. I have to use it whenever I sit down. It takes the pressure off my tailbone. So Francis was right. It was his tailbone. I feel bad for Chad. Not just because he's hurt, but because, well, having a bruised tailbone is sort of embarrassing, don't you think? I mean, when you're talking about different kinds of injuries, there are good ones and there are bad ones. Good injuries. I broke my leg while rescuing a puppy from a burning building. Poof. Bad injuries. I was cleaning my ears and a Q-tip got stuck in there. Good injuries. I survived a tiger attack on my jungle safari. Bad injuries. The tag on my new bathing suit irritated my skin. Good injuries. I got frostbite while climbing Mount Everest. Bad injuries. I popped a zit and it got infected. I've been lucky. I've never had one of those really embarrassing injuries. Knock on wood. Yes, is someone there? Guess he spoke too soon. Good gravy, Mr. Rosa yelps in surprise. Nate, are you all right? Yeah, I'm okay, I say as I get off the floor, because I have such supportive friends. Well, since you're all here, Mr. Rosa continues, I'd like to mention that Miss Everett made a good point yesterday about inviting some girls to join the Doodlers. Not this again. Why do we have to change the club? Why mess with perfection? Boys aren't the only ones who wind up in detention for drawing comics, Mr. Rosa chuckles. Girls can be pretty cartoony too. So do some recruiting, you three. Hop to it. We watch as he disappears down the hallway. Recruiting, I grumble. Whoop-de-stinkin'-do. Who are we supposed to recruit, Teddy wonders. Guys, we talked about this yesterday, remember? The answer's right there. Right where? All I see is a poster for the dance tomorrow night. Dee Dee drew that, Francis explains. I told you she was a good artist. I examine the poster. Okay, 3 cheers for Dee Dee. She can draw a half-decent seagull. But why does that mean she gets to join the Doodlers? I don't want our meetings. Okay, so let's look. Beach party, dance, shake your tail feathers, wear beach attire, don't be a crab. Friday, admission, $5. He says, I don't want our meetings turning into the amazing Dee Dee show. Aren't there any other girls we can recruit? I ask hopefully. How about Sheila? She takes dance lessons on Wednesdays. She babysits her baby brothers after school. Megan? She hates to draw. What about Jenny? Teddy jumps in. I cringe. Jenny would be an awesome doodler. That's obvious, but there's one huge problem. Arthur's a doodler too. And don't ask me why. Jenny and Arthur are still an item. So if she joined the club, Wednesdays afternoons would turn into doodling and canoodling. Your drawing is the bestest, Snooky Bear. No, yours is the bestest, Sugar Bunny. Ugh. I'm supposed to draw comics while these two while these two count each other's freckles? I'd rather eat egg salad. Hey, I'd rather bathe in egg salad. I already talked to Jenny, I lie. She can't do it. Then it's decided, Francis declares with a clap of his hands. Dee Dee it is. Teddy grimaces. Who's going to ask her? Not me. I have work to do in the computer lab. You two figure it out. You do it. No, you do it. Well, shoot for it, Teddy says. Odds are even. Evens, I say automatically. I always pick evens. Once, twice, 3 times, shoot. Okay, so you see if they had shot evens, one person will win. If they shot odds, the other person wins. So they have 3, so it looks like odds wins. Which means he wins and Nate loses. Odds! I win! Congratulations, Nate. The job's all yours. Rats! I knew I should have picked odds. I walk into the cafetorium, racking my brain for a way to weasel out of this. That's when I remember the last thing Mr. Rosa told us. Hop to it. Talk about timing. Guess who's sitting at the very first table? Dee Dee and her flock of BFFs from the drama club. Guess I might as well get this over with. Dee Dee. Dee Dee. She doesn't hear me. Why am I not surprised? Dee Dee. I yell a few dozen times. Finally, she turns around. Can I talk to you over here? Oh, ooh, talk to her about what? Nobody ever tells me anything. Wait, who is that? It's that detention kid. What is it, Nate? Dee Dee says. Well, it's... I stammer. I wanted to ask you something. Okay, go ahead. Well, I saw that poster you made for the one for the dance, and I thought maybe you would want to zing. A half-eaten sandwich flies past us. Nearly clocking me in the head. For a second, I thought I'd lose my train of thought. I forgot what I was saying. I tell her, a little flustered. It's okay, Dee Dee chirps. I know what you were going to ask, and sure, I'd love to go to the dance with you. So that's the end of this chapter. So we'll pause there. Okay, so that was the end of chapter 3, and that's where we're going to pause for today. And I guess next time we will read chapter 4, which it looks pretty funny. I just went back through just to double check. There weren't any secret codes this chapter, so keep an eye out for them, and we'll crack those codes later. All right, I hope you have a great day and enjoy your Free Read Friday.